Hi, and welcome back to my studio. Glad you could join me today for this next sketch. A viewer a while ago had requested a drawing of a grain elevator from Western Canada, and I finally got around to it. Found this photograph online, and it happens to be a museum of sorts from Nanton, Alberta. I didn't realize it at the time that this was a museum. I thought it was just a fine example of the grain elevators. I liked the colors and the way the photograph was taken, the way the buildings look. So I thought this would make a fine sketch. It's one thing to have an idea for a sketch, but it's another thing to find a photograph with the right angle, the something that inspires you to make a sketch of it. I just want to make a note at this point. I did the upright on the side of the building there at the wrong angle, so I immediately just made another line of the correct angle that I wanted. Things like that, it may seem like it really stands out right now, but after a while, when you do all the other bits and bobs of the drawing, it kind of fades away into the picture, and it doesn't stand out as a large error anymore. So that kind of works, even with pen and ink, where you think it's quite permanent. Every line you put down, they are, but they can become kind of insignificant after a while, and add to the sketchiness of it actually sometimes. Anyway, when I was getting ready for this narration, I looked up Nanton, Alberta, and found that besides the Aviation Museum and the Courts Heritage Center that they have, one tourist attraction is the Canadian Grain Elevator Discovery Center. I chose brown ink this time. One reason is just to change it up. Every once in a while, every week actually, sometimes I change up the ink, the pen, the kind of picture, whether it's painted or not. For me, anyway, it keeps it interesting. I hope it does for viewers as well. And I hadn't done a brown ink watercolor painting yet. I kind of liked the way it went and the way it came out. As one viewer mentioned, using the brown ink, it gives it a warmer feeling, the whole drawing. And as usual with sketches, I take my time and do it bit by bit and see how it kind of develops on its own. This is a fairly long video, about half an hour or something like that. You may notice it. You might not notice that it is sped up a little bit. It's 1.25 times faster than real time, and I don't think it takes away from the video at all to speed it up a little bit. It makes the video length a little bit more manageable for viewing and for editing. I don't really have a big plan in my head when I start to draw. I just do each bit and come to the edge and then decide how far I want to go. This one I did start with the upright of the main building because that is it's a good place to start to relate everything else to in the picture. And every once in a while, I'll put a little dot or a dash to add interest, or at least I think it does. In the ramp there going up to the garage door, a few little pebbles and a couple of lines, kinds of makes it more interesting for me. Whereas in reality, that's probably paved. And putting a few of the almost silhouettes of the buildings in the distance. And I thought I'd make the road go off into the distance, as it would in a prairie. Although the words on the building are white, I decided just to draw them, see if I could get away with that in the sketch. The main light, it's not a bright sunny day, but the main light is coming from the left, so we'll throw shadows on the right sides of the buildings. And we plan to travel out west of Canada. We have a few times, but next time we go across, it'll probably be driving, and I think I'd like to stop at Nanton. Looks like an interesting place to learn some history of the prairies. I'll let the drawing speak for itself, and talk to you later. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that process, watching the painting take shape. I realized after doing the shadow areas, a lot of times the paint would dry a lot lighter, as watercolor has a tendency to do, and so I kept adding more and more of the color on the right side of the buildings. Now at this stage, I kind of like that shadow that comes off of the funnel apparatus, and then I come back in and darken up the whole side again because I didn't think it was dark enough. In retrospect, I'm thinking maybe that was just a touch too far with the paint. But as I've said before, I learn as I go, as well as I wanted to have some nice, strong shadows and contrast in the drawing to make it more exciting, I guess. But that's one of the big things with painting. You have to, it's hard to know when to stop. But I think it came out okay anyway. I hope you enjoyed it. And that's the photograph, and that's what I turned it into. Anyway, take care, and we'll see you next time.